Hey, it's me again for like the last final tape showing I have for this week. That is one of the Alfred Hitchcock's finest masterpiece of his one of his earliest Hollywood films that he ever made since the early 40s. I don't mean Shadow of the Doubt or Saboteur, but we got here like one of Alfred Hitchcock's finest directing work that stars Laurence, Olivier, and Joan Fontaine is the 1940 classic of Rebecca. This film co-stars with George Sanders, Reginald Donnie, and Nigel Bruce, and the housekeeper in that movie, Judith Anderson. And this VHS of Rebecca was a 1988 reissue from Key Video's Shine the Spotlight collection of Alfred Hitchcock. Originally, though Rebecca first came out in VHS and beta was in 1981 Magnetic Video Corporation, then CBS Fox Video in 1985, then it was reissued again in the early 90s from the 1988 release. Laurence Olivier looked so handsome back then. He was great for his performance in just films like Wuthering Heights and Hamlet. Romance, suspense, terror, Hitchcock's Academy Award-winning has it all. This is just like the 1944 mystery film of Laura, when it had with Gene Tarani, Dana Andrews, Clifton Webb, and Vincent Price, were just like almost like the suspense angle as compared to Rebecca 4 years early. On the beginning of this tape has the Alfred Hitchcock collection promo, and here's the card for these video promotions, just for Key Video. Like the Hitchcock films were currently available, and here's the John Wayne collection promo on the promotional card on there on the back. Did you know Key Video was owned by CBS Fox since 1984 up to 1990? Yup. This is the sticker label of what it looks like. It has no print date on it. It has the barcode on it right on the left side. I'm gonna tell you about like the surprise ending later, as soon as we watch the opening and closing of the film. So without further ado, here's the opening and closing VHS of the 1988 release of Rebecca from the Hitchcock collection from Key Video Shine the Spotlight series.
Tenses. You try to speak. You want to turn away, but you can't. You're watching the greatest suspense films ever made by one of the greatest directors of all time. No one before or since has kept people on the edge of their seats like Alfred Hitchcock.
I knew where Rebecca's body was. Lying on that cabin floor at the bottom of the sea.
How did you know?
Because I put it there.
Terror and Confusion won Hitchcock an Oscar for Best Picture for his first Hollywood film. Laurence Olivier and Joan Fontaine star in the disturbing suspense drama Rebecca. The master of mystery teamed up with surrealist painter Salvador Dali to create the famous dream sequence in Spellbound. Gregory Peck and Ingrid Bergman battle the boundaries of the mind in this psychological murder mystery.
Why do you think? Why does the color white frighten? Why do lions frighten you? Look at white. Why?
It's frightened here, Captain.
No, 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 it says to look at the white friend. Look at it, remember.
Suicide, murder, and a secret affair set the stage for unforgettable courtroom drama. Gregory Peck and Charles Lawton lead an all-star cast in the Paladin case, never before released on video cassette.
Have you ever seen anyone die by poison? I understand what you meant to say. He's accusing your poison I cannot. It's not true. I didn't do it. How could I?
The master of technique used the story by John Steinbeck as the basis of his famous one-set drama, Lifeboat. A cast of stars are held together by circumstance and their innermost fears.
Have you forgotten about Willie already?
Fred, this is different. The kid's moving.
Throw him back.
Be silly, darling. He's helpless. He's only a baby.
The baby has a toy. I was a fat-headed guy full of pain. They tore me up not having you.
The screen ignites with sensual passion in one of Hitchcock's greatest classics. Cary Grant, Ingrid Bergman, and Claude Rains star in the timeless suspense of Notorious.
You haven't forgotten what they did to Emile, have you, Sebastian? I'm not afraid to die. You've got your chance here and now.
5 of the master's best to make your Hitchcock collection complete.
So that's the opening and closing of Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca on VHS. And before we close this video, I have something to tell you. Also, at the ending scene that we just saw, the housekeeper was played by Judith Anderson. She burned down the Manderley mansion because she's the one she killed Rebecca in the movie. Yep. That's why I'm telling you this, because everybody you might see Rebecca or something like that, or some people doesn't even remember Rebecca. Yep, you can just go, you can get that on DVD or even Blu-ray today. Or even on eBay on VHS or Beta or Laserdisc. Yep. And also this film, though Rebecca was made from Selznick Studios, known as Selznick International Pictures, the ones they did with Gone with the Wind, and the original Star is Born in 1937 with Fred McMarch. Yep. So I hope you enjoy watching the opening and closing of Rebecca VHS, and I'll see you next time for any of the opening and closing VHS titles. Until then, happy Halloween and stay safe.